We've got on the phone line. Let's go to line 7. We've got on the phone line a friend of the show. Want to welcome on Maggie Simon. Maggie, how are you this fine evening?
Well, hello, Tim. I'm just great. It's so nice to be talking to you.
Great to have you. Great to have you. So we need you to lighten the mood. This is the world we live in today. I know you know, Maggie. There's some dark corners of the world we live today, but people need positivity. They need energy. They need something to look forward to. You're putting on a great show at Catalina Jazz Club. Great venue. It's called From the Heart, Maggie Simon. What can you tell us? Is this going to be fun? Is this going to be exciting? Is this going to take our mind off?
This show is going to be romantic and fun and funny. It's going to be like going to a party.
Woo!
Because when I do my act, I am very interactive with the audience. We have a good time, and it's like having a party on stage.
Excellent. So it's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day, of course. This is going to give all the crazy Valentines out there a chance to celebrate early so you can avoid the crowds on Saturday.
Avoid the rush.
And go in on Tuesday and Wednesday at the Catalina Jazz Club in Hollywood and see my show.
Now, there's a lot of music out there. You got your Taylor Swift, you got your pop songs, you got all of that, but
right.
you don't go for that. You go old school. You go to the classics, the standards. What draws you to that music, and what do you think gets people nowadays? People who aren't of that era, young kids. What gets the kids excited about this music?
Well, I'll tell you, it's melodic. If you saw the Grammys tonight, you saw Lady Gaga of the newer generation with Tony Bennett. And they were singing a standard. So the standards, the American Songbook, Broadway, and of course I always incorporate some fun and funny surprises with novelty tunes. To add a light touch and humor. And it just draws people in because music is the universal language. And all of these standards and the kind of music that I sing and present in my show includes everybody. It's easy to go along, to be uplifted.
So is it? I have to ask, is this a cabaret style show? So it's going to be a song and a story, bit of interaction,
actually,
story?
Not cabaret per se. I'll tell you why. I have a theme. This time it's From the Heart. So it's a theme-based show. So the songs are arranged so the audience can follow right along. And I give humorous little, comments, if you will, to facilitate it along. But mostly I don't do the old cabaret-style jokes. I do it my way. And I have some funny, smart remarks, and it just sort of moves things along, but I let the music speak for itself. It's well-paced, it's balanced, it's got something for everyone.
Fantastic. What's some of your favorite songs? Do you have one that even if you don't work into a set, you've got a song that you've just loved and loved for years?
I love a lot of them. I've got, in my show, I'm going to be doing, for instance, Come In From the Rain.
Okay.
That's a torch song from Melissa Manchester.
Okay.
She wrote that. And, of course, My Funny Valentine, that's going to be woven in there. And I even have a Carpenters number I'm going to be doing.
I like the Carpenters.
Oh, yes.
In any of that kind of early 70s, I'm a sucker for the early 70s, light rock.
I'm a sucker for any part of the 70s.
Yes.
Is there any, if you could pick one current song, if you could pick one song that the kids are listening to now, not of the standards generation, but of this current crop of songs, that you could refashion, that you think you could really rework?
All of them. All of them.
All of them?
All right.
They
Excellent.
haven't heard them before, and I've got a marvelous band, and I have an incredible musical director and conductor. And what he does is he can take some of these songs, and with arrangements, we present them in a new way. So it's like you won't even know them sometimes.
So that sounds like a challenge. You can take anything by Justin Bieber and turn it around.
No, not Justin Bieber. I don't think.
Okay.
No.
There are limits.
No, there are limits. I stick with my stuff.
What kind of instrumentation do you get? What do you have in the band?
It's a 6-piece band.
Oh, wow.
And I'll bet you're familiar with some of the musicians. My conductor and musical director on the piano is Tom Grebe.
Okay.
And Bart Samolis is on bass.
Oh, okay.
M.B. Gordy on drums.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Newdell on the woodwinds.
Okay.
Bob McChesney on the trombone.
Oh.
And Bob O'Donnell on the trumpet.
Oh, that sounds
they're a
nice.
top flight band.
I mean, how great is it? That must be the greatest 4 words in the English language to be able to say, I have a band.
That's right.
I have a band.
That's right. And the other part of it is when you're singing and you're a singer, it's better with a band.
You have horns. I mean, when you have horns behind you, that's a real band.
That's a real band. That's not just goofing off.
You're not just talking about bass and guitar and drums. You're talking about a real band behind you.
A real band, and guess what? The sound fills the room, and it just uplifts everybody. It just sweeps them and carries them away.
Oh, and given the news stories we've been covering the last couple of weeks, we need all the uplifting we can get.
Away.
I agree with that completely. I can't even stand to listen to the news right now while I'm preparing for my show. I just want to focus on making people happy.
So this is at the Catalina Bar and Grill on
Catalina
Sunset.
Jazz Club. The address is...
We can post it on our Facebook page, friends and neighbors, for all of you listeners. And you've been the
address is 6725 West Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, and you can call the club directly. Your listeners can call the club directly for reservations at area code 323-466-2210. But for those who prefer to go online, they have a website. CatalinaJazzClub.com.
Fantastic.
And I'm featured on the homepage this month.
Woohoo!
My goodness, I'm a Catalina website girl, pinup girl there.
Hey ho!
Yeah, watch it.
Fantastic. Maggie Simon, jazz and pop vocalist, going to be February 10th and 11th this week. Catalina Jazz Club. Thank you so much for spending some of your valuable Sunday evening with us. We'll be putting details of the performance on our Facebook page. Friends and neighbors, we're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to be back to you in just 2 minutes' time.